Hello.
Where's my video going? Is it? What? Stop video. Start.
Ah,
Hello.
hi. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good. I think I'm better than when we last spoke. Feeling a little bit calmer. I did notice, I think it was over Easter, that I noticed that my use of emojis had increased over the last couple of weeks. So now I'm really quite conscious of it.
Oh, you have a lovely use of emojis.
Thank you. Yes, but it was getting to the point where there's more emojis than actually words. So, and I was writing emails at work and wanting to put in like clapping hands or like star eyes, and I was like, okay, I think I need to kind of just pull back from that.
It does become hard to write without them when you get used to using them, and then if you put them in an email and they look different and they'll come out really big or really kind of squashed, like someone squashed them.
Yeah.
And so it's supposed to be laughing, but it looks like it's kind of,
like some
and you
monster.
think, oh.
Yeah.
So then you go with exclamation marks instead.
Yeah. Smiley face. And how are you doing with your countdown? Because it's not long now.
Yeah, I try not to. I have a really terrible sense of time. So I know it's something I don't have to worry about immediately. And so therefore it's in the other basket.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
It can be a problem because it means I really have to be told when I need to do things, or it gets into my immediate basket and I'll be like, no, but we haven't done everything. And then I start contacting editors and marketing and I'm like, but we haven't done everything. And they're all going, it's okay. And I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll put it back in the other basket then. They don't realize it, then it's just gone.
Good. And it's kind of a day-by-day thing at the moment anyway, isn't it, really? The sort of frame of mind.
Yeah, we don't actually start school at home, it's called, school at home, until Monday.
Oh.
So, because Queensland being a slightly different time, everyone there's starting a bit earlier. Yeah. So, have you started already? Yeah,
day 2. And it's actually, touch wood, so far been really good. I'm lucky that my eldest, their school is so switched on and fantastic, and there's actually teachers presenting through Zoom each of the class. So she's first year of high school. My youngest may as well have been the Air New Zealand travel pack, but anyway, they're working on it. So she's got some activity things. So, but that's fine. Look, we're happy obviously to supplement it and get her reading and doing all of that stuff. So, look, I think it was Gabby Stroud I saw her on Q&A, and she was saying it's really about what matters with, just making sure the kids are safe and happy, and particularly for the younger ones, just whatever they learn. Like she said that, they're learning what happens in a crisis, like firsthand. So
yeah. And the kids, like when I learned to teach, but maybe it was before then, I don't know. I think I've always known that basically they're going to learn things. It's whether or not you have any control over what they're learning.
Yeah.
So even if your lesson has completely gone to shit, they've learned something. Just might not be what you were planning. It's like, what does she look like when she's freaking out? Well, we've now learned that.
So it's given them something to do as well.
But that's for me is the thing, is that the boredom is really setting in. And set in ages ago. And that mine likes structure. Even on holidays, we always make a fake kind of routine thing, and they have sticky things they can, and allotted times for things. And it often just doesn't work that way, which isn't the point. The point was that they had it there to rely on if they needed it.
Yeah.
So now I have to get my head around doing one of those for school when they haven't sent the stuff through. So I'm not sure when we'll get what it is we're doing. But we have permission to kind of make of it what we will. And I want to do posters. Did you do posters in school? Like where you get the big piece of card and you have to like stick a picture of Thailand and write some things on Thailand.
Yeah, cool.
And some kind of graph. We never knew why. I loved those.
Yeah. I was a bit sneaky with my youngest, and because she had, like, the lesson plan was like half an hour, half an hour, half an hour, half an hour, whereas my eldest is from 8:40 to 3:20. So I was like, okay. So I actually got her to help me with book 3. So I'm starting to kind of, this is book 3 of the Nancy, so I'm starting to, really plot and plan, and I can't talk about book 2 yet, but hopefully very soon. So there's a house on realestop.co.nz that I'm basing. So I needed her to actually make a plan or build it in Minecraft.
Brilliant. That is so far.
She's
I nearly said that's so far up my alley, but we won't say that, Anna. It is not a saying. Okay. Yes.
So yeah,
she's
that's
done that.
She's only half finished, so it's brilliant.
Oh, and I use Google Street View sometimes because I've had a few houses I've based things on where you can get that roundabout and what the streets look like. But I'm a big Minecrafter. I'm a big tragic old Minecrafter. I've been on for so long that my username is Wild Things, because no one has had that. Did I tell you this last time? Sorry if I'm repeating myself.
Not at all. No.
I love my username being something that no one would be able to get now. They'd have to add on 65 numbers. But we played from, when did we start? It was at least 8 years ago. So in Gameland, that's a long time. I even have this bizarro article online somewhere on how, on the digital backyard, we decided to call it, and how you have to teach kids how to behave online in games just as you teach them to behave in your other play areas, parks and things. So, and we run servers and stuff, but we build things, and we started building one of my narrative worlds online, a fantasy world that will never be published, but we built all the caves, and we built all this. Really? My son thought about it. I was like, all right, cool, but it's really helpful.
Look, I'm really looking forward to it. So she hasn't shown me yet. She wants to get it all done. And there's no, how sometimes on the real estate sites, there's the map of the house or the plan of the house.
Floor plan.
Floor plan. No, there's not that. No. So she's having to base it on that.
Windows and where you can see. That's so good. That's so. I want a picture. When if you can do some screenshots, that would be excellent.
And I said, look, go nuts. You can have sheep in it. I don't care. Like, it's just however you want to do it.
It's New Zealand.
Yeah, I know, right? There has to be at least the sheep going past the window, or it's not New Zealand.
I actually submitted, this was for the Digital Writers Festival, and they loved the idea, but they weren't quite sure how we would do it, so we didn't, which was probably very sensible, because I'm a good ideas person.
Yeah.
But the thinking through can take time. Was that I would run a Minecraft server through Realms, so it's not hard, and write it with an open world, and so the people from the festival would come in, and you can make books. Did you know you can actually write books in Minecraft? And you can, if you can leave them as open so people can edit them, or you can sign them off, and they're only very short little note pages, but you can have loads of pages. And then you can put them on little book like stands, so they're open. And because my mum's a librarian and she plays too, so we are always building libraries and doing all these fun things, and the kids write each other letters, they make letterboxes. And so I thought, well, we could have this online creative world where you could either make something from it, something you're working on, you could write stories and leave them there as a digital archive. You could have had, and then the stupid bit being, you can all just go around and jump around and muck around and in world, and I don't know, I just thought that would be so fun. I still have this
that
would be good
for sure.
when adults get in. My kids love it. They like us playing because we have powers and we can give them things. I always make sure I have control over the world, but they play from when they're about 4, so you need to be able to make sure they don't lose their diamonds. I'm just going to talk about Minecraft forever now. Stop. You've got that face. You've got the face of parents have when their kids talk about Minecraft.
No, I am genuinely interested.
Do you play?
Look, I'm no. Like they show me their things, and I think they're amazing what they do. I tried to play Hitman the other day. Have you played Hitman? I think I've got a secret crush on Hitman. But I was terrible. I kept hunching over and as in on screen, and
Okay.
couldn't work out how to stand up and shoot the first person that came along. So then I would die before the mission had even started. And the kids are so amazing. Like they're just running around, jumping, doing all this, completing the mission.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've got to find a game where you can be better than them. You need to get one, just one. It could be Slime Rancher. That's a good one if you have PlayStation. It's very addictive though. I actually made us come home from camping early once. I was so wanting to get back to my game. Not very early, just a little bit early because I had stuff I needed to do.
And what are you doing? What are you doing, Slime Rancher? Do you
like these slimy monsters, little slimy things. Yeah. And then you feed them whatever they eat, whether it's vegetables. You have to farm like vegetables and fruit and chickens and stuff. And you feed them, and then they basically poop out what's called a plort. And then you can sell the plorts for money to buy equipment to find you. But you have to go and find them in the wild. And it's really cute. It's a very cute game. And it's very good, like, age-wise. Because I've got a big age-ranging kids, we can't have first-person shooters. And you can't have... Because we've got a little one and you can't, but it's got to be interesting enough to keep the older kids interested and me. So we spend a lot of time just navigating what is appropriate for everyone and yet still fun and engaging. So Slime Rancher won on that, except that you can only have one person at a time. So it's a little bit of a battle for controllers.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is a really fun game. And I have to say before, because we'll just chat forever. But my mum read the Nancys because I told her to, because she was saying to me that she'd read something and how horrible it was and all this gruesome stuff had happened. She couldn't stop reading this other series, but she really didn't like it. She hated it. And I'm like, why are you reading a book you don't like? Oh, I don't know. I'm running out of things. And she's not running out. She just thinks she has to keep going because it's... So I said, look, and I'm like, no, you need to read this book called The Nancys. She got a little bit upset about the spelling and the lack of apostrophe, but she got through it, right? And so she bought it then and there because she's a Kindle reader for her eyes. She can't read it. She doesn't read on the page so she's read she had it that night, and so she started reading it. And then she sent me, and I said to her, I said, just, if you don't like it, that's fine. Give me all the goss, because I was thinking I'd get all this feedback and I'd be like, but I'm devastated because she really liked it.
Yay!
No, that's crap. That's really boring.
Oh, that's awesome.
But then she said it was really different. She said she really liked it. She wants the next one straight away, which I'm sure you hear a lot. Sorry about that.
No. It's a huge compliment. Yeah.
But she actually noticed, and I don't know, I hope she doesn't watch my channel. Sorry, Mum. But she noticed the one the one she was reading had one gay character that was horrible. And it was this...
in the old series that she's reading, yeah.
Yeah. And she said, and didn't know about that. She wasn't really sure if that was all right, this character in the other book. And then she read, she goes, there are more gay characters than straight. And then she went, that's great. And I went, oh, thank God, because obviously I'm having this moment where she's gonna read my book, and I don't know what she's reading at the moment in terms of variation. And so I was like, that was a good moment. It was a relief moment for me. Very good moment. So she really liked it, and I'm devastated because it's not meaty at all. Gave me nothing. I wanted to say to you,
That's wonderful. I'm very, very pleased. Thank you. Thanks for introducing her to the Nancys.
Yeah, she needs to vary what she's reading. I did anything I find on Twitter and I send it her way. She always loves it because, she was an obsessive Agatha Christie reader. She read Agatha Christie while she was in labour with me. That was her coping technique.
Right.
So that's how, and she dreams them. She dreams full mysteries.
Does she write?
No. What? I know. I'm like, get up, write it down. Come on.
Yeah.
If she gets woken up early, you've never seen someone so furious because she won't know who did it. How bizarre. Anyway, so when is the next one coming? So it's written.
So yes, last time we spoke, it was on submission, and just waiting to sign something. So that's where it's at. Hence, now jumping into the draft for the third and final book, because
Okay. That's right. I can reassure her that it's not long.
No. So, obviously the way things are at the moment, until something's signed, it's just like anything could happen.
Well, yeah.
Fingers crossed, 2021.
But what would you do for a cover to follow that one? And how did you get the cover that you got? Because it has won awards. It is amazing and beautiful.
It is so beautiful. I have to show it off again. Jane Palfreman is my publisher.
Yep.
So Alyssa Donalo did the she's the designer.
Graphic, yeah,
cover designer. She's amazing. And what happened was, when I first signed with Allen and Unwin, I said to Jane, I don't want, when it comes to the cover, can I have some input? I don't want the stock photos of people. I don't want bridge. I don't want photos of bridge. I don't want photos of people with steam coming up in the middle of the night with a bridge in the background. So she's like,
candlestick.
Yeah, I didn't want that. So she's like, okay, so you don't want bridges? And I was like, yeah. And then she asked me, okay, send me through ideas of what you were thinking. And for me, I was thinking, I was really saw it as 60s book cover art, so like Clockwork Orange. I wanted something that was recognizable, so when you knew what the book was and you put your hand over the title, you still knew what the book was. But I wanted that graphic thing. But that was all I said. Jane went away, Alyssa designed and came back with a couple of the ones, and they were all very much in that sort of frame, and this was the one that they came with. And so I hadn't seen it because there was an iteration, and it was kind of blood red and the eyes weren't coloured and that. So then they went from that to that. And, as soon as I saw it, I was just like, wow, this is so good. And it's been wonderful. I mean, it's been such a gift, because honestly, people have bought the book because of the cover.
Yeah. See, I'll buy the book because of the cover. I love having the books on the shelves. This is my minor collection compared to the library. But I really want, and I need it, and I need the Nancy's anyway, because this is my Oz Chat shelf, and you're missing.
Oh, nice. Well, I'll send you a copy. I'll do a little sign for you.
I want to say yes, but that feels bad now.
No, not at all. No, I'd love to send you a copy. So I honestly, with your question about the cover, I don't know what she's going to do next. I don't know. Yeah. And that's exciting, because it's like.
Yeah, I can't wait. Because in my brain I'm thinking, oh, you could go. I won't say anything, but I'm thinking you could go this or that, or I don't know. I guess I've never known people during the process before, so this is new for me to think that I'll have known the first one, and then to see how that's followed up as a process. I've never really seen that creative process before.
And also that it is a trilogy. So then, is she thinking with the second one, then what's going to go on with it? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I think it's amazing what they do.
We did say we had to talk about something intelligent, because we're intelligent people, and I forget to do intelligent talking a lot.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to look intelligent. I've got no idea what this.
I just wrote a blog response. They asked really intelligent type questions. So that was nice. Tried to summarize my PhD in 2 sentences and
how did that
those
go?
sorts of things. It was good, but I could have summarized it in a completely different way. It's like writing a blurb for your book. You've got to choose one bit, and then you kind of want to say, but there's loads more.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you deal with that, because at the moment, obviously, I'm advertising the first book,
Yeah.
and I keep using the same tagline because I guess you're supposed to in a way. But also, I'm thinking there's so much more
Yeah.
in there. I found a question amongst all of that. Is
No.
there anything you did during the
Yeah.
marketing of the Nancy's that you really regret?
Oh.
The
Yeah,
worst
yeah,
thing you
yeah.
said?
I'm going to be controversial and say no.
Mm.
I know that's boring, but the reason being, I remember reading Jeremy Laughlin when he went through his process right at the beginning. Yeah, he wished he didn't reveal as much at the beginning. So I'd sort of had that stuck in my head. Oh, there is one time.
Okay.
There's always one time. So the people at my wonderful team at work at a certain university had put on this lovely morning tea to celebrate the book, and asked me to do a reading. And I was doing a reading, and I kind of quickly realized early on in the reading that it was really not appropriate for the workplace. And I had to just keep finishing the reading. Yeah, it was all this subtext about, sex and all of this, and everyone in the room was just silent, and it was like,
Oh no.
no. So yeah, I would have done that really differently.
Okay, brilliant. All right, make sure you choose a good section.
Yeah, a good section that's appropriate for the audience. Yeah, I would say that's my advice.
We did this. I did this event with Isabel Carmody where she read the whole of Ulysses last year. I don't know if you saw any of that for Bloomsday. And so we'd live read in Brisbane, and we had rotating readers for 2 days. And there was like a sleep time, but then we went back at 5 a.m, and everyone was reading section after. I just did a few, in the morning. And my daughter came because she was also born on Bloomsday. They share a birthday, and she's a big Isabel Carmody fan, so it's a big moment for my oldest. And so I'm looking at Ulysses, and I'm like, if I get a bit where he's on the toilet, or if I get a bit where it's just all about sex, but the sex didn't bother me to read out in front of my daughter so much as the toileting. Like, you could have read for 10 minutes about poop, and I'm thinking, this is not how I want to go down in history. Like, this isn't the thing. How do we do that?
Yeah.
But we didn't know what we were going to read, and in the end, someone had a really sore throat, and we just were throwing from one person to the next. I don't actually even know what I read. I don't know if you've ever developed that ability when you're reading to your children where you can read the words out and thinking about something completely different. Yeah. So I just kind of read it out and kept going from there. But no, I didn't get pooping. But it did occur to me I could have been standing there at UQ intoning, thank you for that, James Joyce. So yeah, I have had the odd experience of reading out inappropriate things in the past when I'm teaching, and yeah, silence is the worst response. If someone starts to giggle or laugh, you're okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Silence, and then in my head as I was reading, like you're saying, I was thinking, HR, like what? Yeah.
There you go. They should all lighten up a little bit, maybe. Hey, thank you for coming on for a catch-up Oz chat. Yes, I love these because we can do these, and then everyone gets to know everyone. It's really lovely. Yeah, and we put in an order with Sun Bookshop for Peter. So yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, looking forward to it. I really hope you like it. Yeah, we'll love it. Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks. Bye. The number you have dialed has been changed.